Aloha, my kako. This is Oracle of the Golden Spiral. Today we're going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, we're going to be doing Vice Versa Tarot. Last time I did this as a general reading. I normally do this as a personal reading, but last time I did this as a general reading, it was a little brutal, so it's been much better this time. But I will warn you that if you've watched any of my other videos, I try to turn the cards around so that you can see them, and for the most part I'll generally say what's there. For this reading I don't necessarily do that, so they may appear to be upside down. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the messages for Pisces, please? Okay. Sorry. Okay, Pisces. This is, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just so great. On the inside, you are trying to figure out what matters to you. So you're going to be very discerning about what you are going to let in. There's kind of like a warning system, like there's like this welcomingness, but it's also kind of like, hello, what can I do for you? But also, please don't get too close. I think that you are engaging with the world around you in a very kind and generous way, but internally, in your private thoughts, you're not so kind and generous about that. It's really more, I get this like protection of what's going on within you, which generally seems to be happiness. And so the outside is like, let me take care of these things so that it doesn't disturb this happiness I've got going on inside. So that may be now, or you may have just gone through that. Then maybe that's now, because maybe this is why it's all happening. Okay. It feels like, well, definitely something has happened. But again, just like the Queen of Pentacles, you know, what can I do for you? Oh, absolutely. Let me take care of that, right? Like that is maybe what you are presenting to the world. You've got it handled and things like that. Well, whether or not people in your external know that something has gone on, you know that something's gone on. And you are trying to build that emotional happiness up again internally. So I will say that you do have somewhat of a barrier around you. There is like a very distinct barrier that you're not necessarily letting people cross. There may be a time when you'll start to let them in, when you'll ask for assistance, but for right now, this is exactly how you want it, and you have everything you need. As far as you're concerned, you have everything that you need. You're gonna, you know, deal with this internally, and you're gonna start to build yourself back from the inside out. Let's pull this back and we'll get a little bit more information on this for you. Okay. Yep. You may not truly let people in until you are ready to. Okay. This is those two truths. You're going to build what you need to build. You're going to you're going to make sure that you have what you need and what you deem to be successful. But you're not, and you're, I think the want is to do it rapidly. I'm just not sure that the best path is clear yet. So there will be some introspection, there'll be some internal guidance, and I think once maybe we're in the new moon, the full moon now, right? So I think that what's really strange is that the energy's kind of been presenting like we're in the developmental stages of like creating who we're gonna be. I feel like I said that at the start of the new moon a few weeks ago, but like it's almost like we're deciphering the things that we need to release at this time to be able to move forward in that new way. I've got this for Capricorn, Aquarius, and now you. Let's see. From the exterior, people just think that you're building. You're not necessarily communicating in a way that is alluding to any of that which you're doing. I also will say that if you haven't been the one that's been hurt and you're somewhat unapologetic about whatever information that you've communicated, I think you really have the ability to, right? I always say that when you have the Two of Swords, you have a decision to make. There's like two truths, and they're incongruent to each other. So the two of them cannot be true. And it's really about, see this moon here and this moon here, it's really about going ahead and deciphering what is your truth, and putting the other sword down so that we can move forward in that truth. I'm getting this really strange sense, Pisces. The feeling that I'm getting is that it looked like everything was going to end up okay, and then suddenly it didn't. And so that incongruence of the two truths is pulling me back this way. And right here, I'm kind of getting that it wasn't what it appeared to be. And so now you are presenting that way in the world. It's almost like now you're a mirror reflection of that. What you are presenting, like we saw with the Queen of Swords, it was like, here's the barrier, stay out. But you're presenting as if welcoming and, okay, yeah, no problem, I'll take care of that. You look like you got it all together, when inside that may not necessarily be the case. But I think you're trying to put it all reassemble all of it in a quick fashion to be able to move through and beyond this. What I'm getting with this card, which I don't always get, is that it's like, it is that real fake it till you make it kind of energy. It's that real, I know people don't like that, fake it till you make it, but it's like if I think of the ways that this is beneficial, maybe I'll feel that way. Maybe I'll feel better about it. Maybe I'll feel okay about it. I'd like to know more about this. There you go. There's that magician again. Just staying there till that wheel changes, till it moves into your favor. And tell me a little bit more about this. The wisdom will be found in what is terribly unsatisfying for you. We want to move from this. What's behind here? New opportunity. We want to move from this into more of this, right? More like this. We haven't quite moved away from it yet. I feel is really about personal happiness. Where do we need to, because I turned this over, it's like, where do we need to go to obtain this? Where are the shores better? It's also interesting because this is looking out into the water. He's looking out into the water, but it's from the opposite point of view. And it's funny because I'm looking at him and it may look like this. There's that incongruence again, but maybe you're the one looking at the shore seeing this. It's really about personal happiness. What is it, right? You can make it happen. The universe will help you. This is a magician and the wheel, right? Oh, you know what I've never noticed in these cards too? Is that in the magician, he has that figure 8 above his head, because it's like this, like the Ankh, that's like the symbol for the underworld, right? So it's almost as if like this is like your rescue call. I don't think you're gonna wait for the wheel to turn. I think you're making moves so that the wheel will turn. But I think really, if there's one thing to say, is that we don't get rid of this by, I said this in the Leo reading, Pisces, that Leo kind of had to slow, not in the Leo reading this time around, but I think in the moon, in full moon in Aries, I said it, because for Leo, it was like they were so stuck for so long, and then they finally get going, and then we're back to stuck. But the energy, how it was coming to me was that they redirected the energy into something else, right? So they weren't actually taking that moment to pull back and to actually, like, the lesson may have been to slow down so that you can see what's going on, versus you're gonna have to wait. So redirect your energy, and then, you know, at some point it'll come around and you got to go back to it. It was like everything started to flow, but then clearly we were missing a piece, and so once again we were asked to slow down. And so I think that that is kind of present here, in that there may be some analyses that has to go on in reference to what's deeply unsatisfying. And how do we get these two visions, right? How instead of him seeing this, do we get this vision? I don't know if you can see that. Because those two energies are completely different. That's how we decipher how to move forward. Okay, Pisces, I think that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and sharing your energy. I think I'm going to go live on Friday night, so I hope you'll join me there. It's completely out of my... I'll be out of my element, so please come and be supportive. And as always, I wish you the best, and mahalo.